Actually, one thing I never know is how to start this vlogging thing, or this travel vlogs. The best way is good morning. I'm at Munich airport traveling to Sardinia for Sophie and Daniel's wedding. There are people I know, I'm very fond of them. There will be a lot of friends there celebrating their wedding, so it's going to be 4 days of awesome partying and hopefully lots of good pictures. And I cannot wait because in a couple of minutes I'm gonna hopefully see Santiago Poseta. He's a very lovable person and a great videographer. He does insane weddings. Here, I'll probably roll some clips that he does. And it's always so great when you not only having to travel alone, but also have someone by your side that we shot many weddings with. So I'm excited for that. And one more thing that I love that I bring on this trip particularly is a camera that I already shot a couple of times, but not in that particular version. And it is the Leica Q2, but in monochrome. So it means it only shoots black and white pictures. It's the stealth and most minimal version of the Q2 there is. As I said, only black and white pictures. So I'll be taking this along for the 4 days and shooting hopefully lots of good people shots, landscape shots, and maybe also product shots because it does also have the macro option. So I'll be taking this along. Thank you to my wonderful photography shop Foto Küche as always, and the Leica Academy Austria, who were so kind as to lend me this particular camera. So I'm excited for the week. I'm happy that you come along, and let's go and see where Santiago is. Hello, sir. Hi. So Santiago actually flew in from Vienna. So we're in Munich. We're flying to Olbia. Gonna pick up a car there, go to our hotel, pick up the DJ, go to the get together at 4:45. So we just arrived at the location for the evening event today. So again, Friday, just the evening event, get together. Tomorrow, Saturday, it's a chill day at the beach, and on Sunday it is the actual wedding. And as you saw, the venue already looks fantastic. And Santiago and I will check out the area. Santiago and I will check out the area to check where we can do the shoot with Sophie and Daniel, and we'll obviously try the Leica Q2 Monochrome and check what we can do with it. And I think for those, basically now the setup is not yet done, so it's for the behind the scenes shots. I think it's amazing. And we also got to know Mahir. He's the DJ. Doesn't call himself a DJ. He calls himself an entertainer. So that's our main man for tonight's music, and we're gonna go explore. And he shoots with an awesome Context G1. G1, and he's a person. He studied photography compared to me, which I didn't, and he only shoots in large format 4x5. Develops it in his own laboratory at home, and I now feel like a bit like an amateur. But what can you do? Let's check out the area. It's just Mahir in full force already, bringing the vibe, so I'm not gonna hold it too long, otherwise we're gonna be demonetized. So we just had an awesome first shoot with the couple, bride and groom. They're back there. Everything's ready for all the guests to arrive. First thoughts on the Q2. I love it. It's so good. Still so wide. 28 is so wide. But the black and white already out of camera is insane. What I still don't like too much is the tiny, what do you call it, lock screen or shifter here where you move your focus point, which is a bit too small, and I'm used to it from the R5, which is obviously a little bigger. And I like this a lot more because it makes me more agile in finding the right focus spot and putting it in the right spot. And Maya is blasting already some music, so probably have to do more later. But the Q2 is in monochrome. Wow! Especially for the getting ready shots of the beautiful setup here, for the landscape shots, it's just very raw and awesome. Good morning, everybody. My voice is low because it was a long one yesterday. Party ran until 2 or 3 in the morning, and we left around 12, and we had basically a full shooting there already, like 7 hours of shooting, so many people, 140 guests. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna do some post-producing right now. Just had a little coffee and a cornetto here in town. It was super nice, and gonna relax a bit today. Here are some more thoughts on the Leica Q2 Monochrome. Still, I love the design. It's so beautiful, so elegant, and I used it a lot yesterday for the party pictures. And the fact that I'm not used to this camera and having no muscle memory, and so my pictures, I think, will turn out a bit different than what I'm used to. I'm not going to be everything is straight. The 28mm lens is very wide, and I'm actually looking forward to the pictures because it's somewhat of a bit, I don't know, I'm going to hopefully get some shots that I usually wouldn't do. And that's actually exciting. So I'm going to be taking it along. I'm going to shoot JPEG and RAW for everybody to share the photos quickly here with the party. I think that's one cool thing if you're on a whole weekend and you already get some shots in from the days, so everybody can post and send it back to their families, hopefully. So we'll be editing some shots. Then at midday we're gonna go to the beach to see everybody again. There's gonna be a little beach party, and at night there are no plans.
On the evening of day 2, I had the perfect opportunity to take the Q2 along because we had a drink in the little town that we stayed in, and obviously my friend Nurel wanted to take some pictures, so I got the opportunity to do some video and some photos of him, and here are the results. And I actually loved it, and it was really the perfect opportunity to take just a little camera to document this nice time with my friends. So the wedding day itself was quite stressful in a good way. It was a lot of location changing, and the ceremony took place at sundown. It was a traditional Jewish ceremony, which was super nice. The sun came right in perfectly, and we had time to shoot a couple shots at the beach. We took family portraits, we took portraits of all the attendees, and it was just a very good time to have at the beach until everybody actually wanted to sit down for dinner, but
We are before dinner, and everybody's freaking going crazy.
Completely destroyed yesterday's partying and wedding, and not the best beds in Italy. Sorry to say that. I just landed in Munich, and I'm really happy with the results. I think the party went on until 7 in the morning. I stayed until 3, so that's why my voice is like that. I'm still updated on that Q2 Monochrome for the party shots. I think there is no better camera. I also took some videos with it in black and white. The low light performance is awesome. Party shots with the 28 is just perfect because there's so much in the frame, and when you're really up close at the people, you really see all the excitement. And I really love them, so I'm gonna show you hopefully a couple of those awesome pictures. And really, some regret giving it back to like Austria. But still, loved. The experience with it, also the tiny format on the dance floor helped a lot. So, off to home.
Alright, it's a couple of weeks later. I'm just finishing up the video, so I wanted to talk to you about the Leica Q2 Monochrome as my general input on the camera, and if I would buy it and whatnot. So I love the experience. I love to take it along as actually a third camera. So I'm usually shooting with 2 of my main cameras, which is a Canon R5 for the wedding pictures, and to have it as a third fun camera hanging around my neck and taking shots that I usually wouldn't take with my other cameras is just pure fun. I loved the color rendering, if you want to say that with black and white, but the black and white is just very different when it comes to just the black and white sensor. So this is amazing. The JPEG looks awesome. The DNG is even better. You can manipulate it a bit more. And the video capabilities are actually surprisingly great. And I love black and white video because obviously everybody looks amazing already. And it was just a different experience also holding the camera just differently. One thing that I still want to talk to you about is if I would buy the Leica Q2 Monochrome. Obviously, I wouldn't buy it because I would rather choose the color option and then turn my pictures into black and white, because the normal color option can basically do the same. Obviously not render the black and white as beautiful as the monochrome, and obviously the performance in low light is different. Just a black and white sensor has a higher dynamic range, but all those things put aside, I would still always prefer a color version over a monochrome version. What I love obviously is the design, the most minimal look I think a camera can have, the compact feeling it has, and as I stated it in a couple of videos before, I would also prefer the Leica Q2 to have a 35mm instead of the 28mm lens. I think this is just even more the Leica look, and I would buy it immediately if there was a Q3 with a 35mm lens, but I think that will still be a dream that will never come true, but let's see. So all in all, having a Q2 as a third camera, if you want to have it as a third camera, I think it's just perfect. Still, you have to look inside your wallet if you want to afford it. But that's up to you. Again, thank you to all my partners on this, Fotoküche and Leica Austria. You guys are awesome. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.